KeysVacation.com's turning a little over 15-second laps here at Langley Speedway, so 50 laps will go by in a hurry. And in one lap, they're going to turn them loose. Sean Belluzzo, Chris Johnson, Cameron Patrick, Robbie Babb, and Anthony Kincaid, the top 5 in the points. Jimmy Humblett, Mike Rudy, Joe Scarborough, Darrell Vance, and Todd Van Gilder. And as they line up side by side, Anthony Kincaid next to Robbie Babb, first and second. Third and fourth, Sean Belluzzo and Chris Johnson. Fifth and sixth, Mike Rudy and Joe Scarborough. Then Jimmy Humblett, Cameron Patrick, Mark Wirtz, Darrell Vance, Todd Van Gilder, Joe Bruce, Michael Johnson, and Scarlett Lawrence. And here they come to life as the green flag flies. They make their way between turns 1 and 2. Anthony Kincaid pulls off to the lead. Sean Belluzzo right there in the second spot, about 2 car lengths behind in his modified 48. Chris Johnson trying to get to the inside of the 44. Robbie Babb for that third spot. Meanwhile, a little bit further back, there's the 03, Mark Wirtz. First time he's been in the 03 for the modifieds. He's to the inside of Cameron Patrick, and he will take that position away. Up front, Sean Belluzzo reels in the one of Anthony Kincaid. Mark Wirtz to the inside of Joe Scarborough's 08, and he will make the pass. Wirtz doing a great job in that 03 for the modifieds. Cameron Patrick now to the inside, or at least trying to get to the inside of Joe Scarborough's 08. And Belluzzo still trying to close up on the back bar of that one of Anthony Kincaid. Cameron Patrick to the inside of Joe Scarborough, a little bit further back with a good race going between those two. It is Anthony Kincaid, Sean Belluzzo first and second, then Robbie Babb, Chris Johnson, and Mike Rudy, followed by Jimmy Humblett, Mark Wirtz, then Joe Scarborough and Cameron Patrick with this battle, and that is for the 8th position. Cameron Patrick, followed by Todd Van Gilder, Darrell Vance, Michael Johnson, and Joe Bruce. Mark Wirtz again continues to move up, closes in on the inside of the 11 of Jimmy Humblett for that 6th position. And Belluzzo closing up on the leader of this race, Anthony Kincaid. Belluzzo trying to get on the inside. Kincaid slips it loose at the exit of the turns. And here again goes Mark Wirtz in the 03 to the inside of Jimmy Humblett, trying to take that position away. And that is for 6th. Side by side, 03 Mark Wirtz and the 11 Jimmy Humblett, down between turns 1 and 2. Wirtz staying as low as he can on the racetrack to try and take that advantage and get a good bite down the back straightaway. He makes the pass. Humblett goes back to 7th. 10 laps completed. Trying to get to lap 50 in a side-by-side battle now as Sean Belluzzo has inched his way up to the outside of Anthony Kincaid for the lead of the race. Great side-by-side action here at Langley Speedway, the way it always is on a Saturday night. The KeysVacation.com Modifieds. Points leader Sean Belluzzo would like to go out with a victory on top and nail that championship. Anthony Kincaid, he's not giving up. He's in the good spot on the inside, but Belluzzo does make the pass on the back straightaway. Sean Belluzzo's late model car wasn't up to speed, but I tell you what, this modified has been up to speed for the last 2 years. Sean Belluzzo, the championship leader. Todd Van Gilder, followed by Joe Scarborough right here. That is for 9th position, the 57 in the 08. Sean Beluso leads Anthony Kincaid, Robbie Babb, Chris Johnson, Mike Rudy, the top 5, followed by Mark Wertz. First time he's been in the Modified this year in that 03, followed by Jimmy Hublett, Cameron Patrick, Todd Van Gilder, and Joe Scarborough. Darrell Vance, Michael Johnson, Joe Bruce. Great side-by-side action again as Joe Scarborough makes the pass. Todd Van Gilder in that 57, and here comes Darrell Vance in the 87 for the 10th position. Darrell Vance will take over the 10th spot as Todd Van Gilder in the 57 drops back into the 11th position. Sean Beluso with Easy Auto, Newport News, Gene Nichols, Standard Welding, Signs and Graphics to Go, and Skip's Body Shop, helping him out. He won the championship last year. From Hampton, Virginia, Sean Beluso looking to nail it again tonight in that 48. Anthony Kincaid with Bunner Racing Engines, Carteret Industrial, York River, Electric, the B Corporation and Cable Associates. Anthony Kincaid started the race on the pole. He's back in second. And Robbie Babb, another driver that's gotten very good at these modifieds. He's right there in the 3rd spot in car 44 with Palette Heating and Cooling. Mark Wertz, how impressive is he in his first outing for the modifieds? He goes to the inside of a guy who's got a victory in this division. Mike Rudy makes the pass, takes over the 5th position, and has one of the fastest race cars on the racetrack in that 03. Sponsorship in the 03, Sabatino Automotive, R&R Rigging, Graffiti's Tattoo, Dominion Salvage, and a Creech Chassis. Mark Wertz behind the wheel. Second race he's been in tonight. There's Todd Van Gilder, the 57 in 11th position. Michael Johnson, Joe Bruce go by at 38 and 77. Sean Beluso's not that far back, closing in on these guys. Here's another great race. Cameron Patrick in the 11 of Jimmy Hublett. Cameron makes the move and takes that 7th position away from Jimmy Hublett. Drivers with wins this year: Sean Beluso, Cameron Patrick, Robbie Babb, Anthony Kincaid, Mike Rudy, and Mark Sly. Here goes Beluso, putting a lap on the 77 and the 38. Michael Johnson, 38. Joe Bruce, 77. Joe Bruce trying to pass that 38. "27 laps completed, trying to get to lap number 50 as Anthony Kincaid goes around the 77 of Joe Bruce. And Robbie Babb is next to make the pass in the 44. Chris Johnson right there in the 36 machine, trying to make the move on Robbie Babb for that 3rd spot. Lap machine of Joe Bruce comes into play, and they will follow him on the outside. Chris Johnson following the 44, Robbie Babb on the 77 of Joe Bruce. 30 laps completed, 20 laps to go for Beluso, who leads over Anthony Kincaid, Robbie Babb, Chris Johnson, Mark Wertz. Wertz is catching these guys too. He's closing in on the 36. Chris Johnson, not that far back. Mike Rudy, the 8 car car back in 6th. Cameron Patrick, Jimmy Humblett, Joe Scarborough in 9th. Darrell Vance, the 87 in 10th. Robbie Babb in 3rd spot. About 20 car lengths behind Anthony Kincaid, who's in 2nd. Sean Beluzzo continues to lead and dominate in the 48. Chris Johnson looks like he's trying to reel in that 44 machine for the 3rd spot. Chris Johnson 2nd in the points. He wants to finish as high as he can in 36. Again, looks on the inside, almost got into the 44 that time between turns 1 and 2. Again, very close conditions between the 44 and 36, Robbie Babb, and the 36 of Chris Johnson. Just about pushes him at the exit of turn 4. No wins this year for Chris Johnson, but he's had some very, very good runs. He's 2nd in the points. And Sean Beluzzo with 7 wins. Joe Scarborough now to the inside of Jimmy Humblett between turns 1 and 2. Joe Scarborough makes the pass in the 08. He's got Tolliver House, Gordonsville, Matlock Race Cars, McMullen Race Engines, Innovative Machine, Shockware Custom Tees on his number 08. Beluzzo about to put the 11 of Jimmy Humblett a lap down. He's in 9th position. And now he goes a lap down as Beluzzo goes to the outside to make the pass. Well, you got to be impressed by the job that Mark Wirtz has done to hop in one of these modifieds and do a great job. Currently shown in 5th position, right behind Chris Johnson, Robbie Babb, Anthony Kincaid, and our leader of the race, Sean Beluzzo. Michael Johnson and Joe Bruce have been racing each other just about the entire race. And a little wiggly right there for the 77 of Joe Bruce. Sean Beluzzo not that far behind these two again, about to put them another lap down. Beluzzo's going to have to be very careful getting around these two, the 77 and 38. Joe Bruce, Michael Johnson, 12th and 13. Well, I think they're having a good time racing each other. Here comes the leader now, Sean Beluzzo, closing in on that 38 machine of Michael Johnson. Joe Bruce was able to get by. Beluzzo goes to the outside of Johnson. It's Sean Beluzzo, Anthony Kincaid, Robbie Babb, Chris Johnson, Mark Wirtz, the top 5. Mike Rudy looks like his car is coming back to life just a little bit as he closes up on that 03 of Mark Wirtz. Now within about 3 car lengths. Beluzzo goes by Joe Bruce. Joe is 2 laps down to the 45 lap marker. A little bit of smoke coming out of the back end of that 48 of Sean Beluzzo. And a spin right here on the front straightaway down at the bottom of turn number 1 to bring out the caution flag with just 2 laps to go. Chris Johnson spins around. A green-white checkered finish as Sean Beluzzo will once again get into the gas ahead of everybody else. Anthony Kincaid, Robbie Babb in the 44. Mark Wertz has done an outstanding job in that 03 tonight. First time he's been in the modified this year in the 03. Mike Rudy in the 8 car up there in the top 5. Cameron Patrick, the 20. He's got a few wins this year, and he's right there in the 6th spot. Chris Johnson, 36. Reason for the caution flag. And he's shown in 7th position on the lead lap, tail end of it. Green flag is out. Beluzzo into the gas. Anthony Kincaid almost got sideways down the front straightaway. Now he dives on the inside of Beluzzo for this green-white checkered finish. Anthony Kincaid doing all he can to get a victory. Beluzzo on the outside in car 48, our championship leader. Kincaid sideways down the front straightaway again. And a big crash in turn 1. The 8 of Mike Rudy. And the 03 of Mark Wertz. Checkered flag finish right here with the, once again, Anthony Kincaid, and he spins around after he takes the checkered flag. Winner of the race, Anthony Kincaid over Sean Beluzzo, who dominated the race, but Kincaid pulled off the win at the very end. Mark Wertz and Mike Rudy getting into it right there at the end of the race. After Mark Wertz did an outstanding job, he was up there in 4th. And then he and Mike Rudy get together, but Anthony Kincaid gets the victory in a very dramatic fashion at Langley Speedway. What a race for the modifieds. KeysVacation.com modifieds. Unbelievable finish to a great race for the KeysVacation.com modifieds. Anthony Kincaid will pull it into the Dale Lemons victory lane. Following this race, it is the Heritage Motor Company Super Streets. You're in for a treat if you've never seen these races. And 40 laps will make up the distance for the Heritage Motor Company Super Streets. Pepsi Grand Stocks to follow with their second Twin 20. Let's take you down trackside. Chuck Hall awaits a very happy Anthony Kincaid.
All right, I think they want to race again. I don't know what the deal is. Well, wait, the board, checkered flag's been headed to Anthony Kincaid in the 1 car. He will come through here. And Anthony Kincaid will make his way here. And Sean Beluzzo will make himself here, and he will win the championship in 2011. But a wild spin there in the final lap there to end the last points race for the KeysVacation.com modifieds. They will be back, Mike Allen, on October the 15th for the $5,000 to win Racing for Hope Foundation Modified Madness. Anthony will get his second win of 2011. Tonight, your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Kincaid. And all right, he's still got one leg in the car. He doesn't want to get out. He wants to run again. Anthony, come on out here, man. Wow. And Anthony, come on out here, buddy. 2 wins, 2011. I know you guys worked hard on this car. Great-looking car. And take us back on the last few laps there. What happened?
Yeah, I guess I was telling Dad we didn't have any right rear tire left, and he said just try and hold the bottom and hang on to her. That's what we did. I'm kind of curious. I think we got nothing but cords, but my Bunner racing engine, that thing's a rocket ship off the line, man, and just ate him up on the bottom.
You see the caution and the checkered flag coming out, 2 cars up in turn 1. You're running for that win, but you also got to be looking ahead, too, at what's up there and make sure you clear it and everything's okay.
Yeah, it was pretty much just hammered down, and I want to beat him. I mean, I want another win, so it wasn't worried about what was up the track.
Momentum shifts your way. The big race of $5,000 to win, Modified Madness race coming up October 15th. Tonight, the last points race, the top 5 for you in 2011. 2 wins. Pretty impressive with this new car coming out. How excited are you about this big race? 100 lapper, 5,000 to win.
I think we got a little work to do. 50 laps is kind of pushing it for me on this little tire, but I think we can get them. I'm not worried about it.
Well, we've got our friends here from, of course, hey, Ron, how you doing, buddy? Rolls-Royce and Waypoint and all these guys here. And we want to congratulate our winner, ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Kincaid, right there. Y'all get in that photograph right there. Come on, let's get a photograph, Anthony Kincaid. As you see the crowds kind of mingle around the 48 car. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to your 2011 KeysVacation.com champion of Langley Speedway and the NASCAR Tier 2 national champion announced this week. He drives the 48. He's about to get wet. Ladies and gentlemen, let's wait here a moment, and he'll pop the top. Mike, here we go. There it is. Confetti and congratulations for crew members. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, your champion, Sean Beluzzo, driver of the number 48. Well, what do you say? It's been an exciting year here. Win number 8 for you in 2011. A lot of new winners here in this division. A lot of guys. No, I'm sorry, 7 wins. Yeah, okay. 7 wins. But you have, I tell you what, you and this team have put together a valiant effort, not only to win the Langley Speedway Championship, but I know you got to feel good about that NASCAR National Championship as well.
Yeah, it's really great, Chuck. I appreciate all the fans out here that supported us all year. Disappointing finish to the race tonight, but, it is what it is. The guys did a great job. Everybody did a great job. We have the best group of racers, I think, at Langley Speedway. The modified class is amazing. It's growing every year. Big John that owns the car, John Bradley, he has worked his tail off all year to get this thing back where it should be. We struggled at the beginning of the year, almost gave up on everything, and we just kept plugging away. Everybody worked their butts off to get us to where we are.
What is different now in Sean Beluzzo's? You multiple championships here at Langley Speedway, and to win that national championship, you got the big banquet for Langley to go to, but you also have a big banquet to go to for NASCAR.
Yeah, we're waiting to hear more information on that, but I think we go down to the Charlotte Hall of Fame, and it's really going to be great to bring Langley Speedway down to Charlotte, basically, and to represent all the fans from up here that support us every week. It's going to be great to support I'm so tired right now. I'm actually not tired. It was a great race. Yeah. We just want to share it with everybody. I think they're getting ready to mess it up. I want to thank all the sponsors for tonight. There's so many sponsors for the race tonight. I don't even know everybody.
I'll take care of that part. Ladies and gentlemen, he's a great young man. Let's give it up for the Boogity. What is it? Mighty Mouse.
Young man? Young. Well, thanks. I appreciate it. I think I'm the oldest one out here.
48 driver Sean Beluzzo right there, everybody.